Yeah.
What it is, what it is, what it is.
What it is, what it is, what it is.
What's going on, y'all? It is the Buff Nerd, and we are back.
It's Prince Cole gang. Nigga.
We out here in these streets, man. And we decided to go ahead and make a video. To be completely honest,
Yeah, I know what it is, bro. This man's playing it in.
Yeah.
It's two of the homies. You know what I'm saying? We a little sloppy, but we getting it together. What we plan to do is a little reaction video for y'all. Cause the other homie, he on vacation right now, enjoying his family. So we gonna let him live and enjoy his family. But we got work to do. We got things that need to be reacted to, shit that need to be said. Y'all talking too much out in these streets. So we got to talk to y'all. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment. Y'all know what to do.
Yeah. What he said.
All that. Y'all know what to do.
What we got going on today, though?
We got my homie over there at It's Complicated. Shout out to the homie It's Complicated. He makes very good content. I would react to all his videos if I really wanted to. He makes really good content. This one is called Equal Pay. So we go just watch and react as we watch.
All right, Dan. Let's see what we got.
Who is the most famous actress you can think of?
Actress? Drew Barrymore.
Okay. If Drew Barrymore was in a movie with a male co-star that nobody had heard of, would it be fair to pay them the same salary?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not known of, and because he didn't work to be famous like she is.
Okay. Since Drew is the star of the movie,
sense.
Won't she bring more people to the theater than her co-star?
Yes.
Okay, that's called star power. How is that different than the gender pay gap?
That's a loaded one. For women or for
Well, I mean, the WNBA complains about not being paid the same to the NBA, and they don't generate as much revenue. So, I mean, isn't that kind of like the same thing?
I feel like the WNBA isn't promoted as much as the NBA because they are women.
Right, but I mean, wouldn't a male co-star that no one's ever heard of not be promoted as much and not be able to?
Yeah, I guess.
So is that comparable?
Yeah, that's a good ass point.
Maybe, sure.
I mean, wouldn't it have more to do with performance than discrimination?
Oh, I don't know. You're hitting me. I was
Yes,
I agree.
You're right about that one, but I just feel like
if they both doing the same job.
Sorry about these promotions, y'all.
Man, get YouTube Prime and stop playing. I mean, YouTube Premium and stop playing.
They deserve the same pay. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but at the same time, then why would someone want to star in their movie?
I mean,
what would be the benefit of having a celebrity in your movie if they weren't gonna, bring more people to the theater?
I mean,
right. That makes sense, but
I mean, they're both doing the same job, but don't they have different value to the project?
Yeah, but I feel
you're right.
So shouldn't their pay, reflect the value that they're bringing to the movie?
Yeah. I agree with that. I feel like it depends on what parts you play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't that completely disprove the gender pay gap right there?
Yeah.
At least they told the truth.
Basically, both starring and doing the same job, but they have different value because one is a celebrity and the other one's an unknown.
And you're saying with the basketball?
Well, what I'm saying is when it comes to basketball, right? A lot of women say that the WNBA should be paid the same as the NBA, but they don't generate the same revenue. So isn't that kind of like the same analogy as the celebrity getting paid more than the no-name actor?
In some respect, but at the end of the day, I would say to advertise them more. In all respect, if we look at Nike, if we look at Adidas, who do we see? We mostly see male, athletes. I'm trying to make a pose, models.
But even if you advertise something more, does that necessarily mean that you're going to have more success? I mean, there are tons of businesses that fail.
But there's a ton that make it, and it's by advertising.
Acting requires you to.
It's not a ton of businesses that make it. What is she talking about?
Actually read a script, right? Read a
script.
Baby,
she out there.
All these things that NBA players don't have to really do. They just practice and they just, so you can't compare them. You can't compare the two.
Well, once again,
as far as the pay rate is concerned.
Well, once again, like I said, they're both, they're both training. They're both basically, they're both doing, acting, whether you're a male or a female actor, you're still basically, doing the same work, but they shouldn't be paid the same.
I don't know.
I'm just saying,
I'm over it. Next question.
I don't think it's based off of discrimination.
Yeah, you run from the question because you ain't got no
How long
answer.
you've been at your job, how well you are with your technique, and how good you are at what you do. I think that's what matters.
Do you think high-paid Hollywood actors should have their money redistributed so struggling actors can have a living wage?
No, those struggling actors need to work harder for their money if that's what they want.
Okay, but it's funny how a lot of Hollywood actors often talk about, socialism.
Yeah, I see.
So, okay.
Yeah, because that would take money out of their pocket.
Right.
It's not a gender pay gap. That's complete bullshit.
Thank you.
Skepticism
Thank
about
you.
the gender pay gap. Equal pay for equal work. Do you believe the wage gap is due more to sexism or productivity?
I think it's sexism.
Yes.
Okay.
You would
I think
say
men
that.
get paid more.
Yep.
It's got to be.
No, they don't.
Can you show me a job where the pay scale for men and women is different?
Pause it.
They speaking from their emotions. They're not speaking from a logical standpoint. It's
No, they're not.
productivity.
They're not.
Because most of the jobs, most of some of the dangerous jobs, the most highest paying jobs men are doing.
Yeah, and like here's their argument. Their argument is, oh, well, if I'm doing the same job, and we have the same position, I'm still getting paid only 77% of what my male counterpart is getting paid. But that study, like people play around with that information. They gerrymander the shit out of it. So they basically lined up a bunch of men and a bunch of women, and they basically determined that women, for both men and women that are working full time, women make 77% of what it is that the men make. Right. But that doesn't take into account that full time is just anything over 35 hours.
Right.
That's what full time is. And on average, men work more hours than women. Men work for like an average a week. Men work about 41 hours a week, and women work about 35 hours a week.
Right.
Or 35, 36, somewhere around that line. So when people say, oh, there's, we make less, is that being taken into account? Or are you just using the information that they're saying to your advantage so that you can get whatever it is that you want? But I digress.
I don't think they, like I said, I think they're speaking from an emotional standpoint. They're not speaking from a logical standpoint. They're not thinking about the actual jobs that are paying people this amount of money. There's a lot of blue-collar jobs that some women just don't want to do. And there's a lot of jobs out there that women just in generally don't want to do. Like you said, they're more enticed to do their jobs that's kind of a little more centered around nurturing and centered around people, people jobs.
Yeah, because they say that ladies are more not ladies, but women are more interested in people, and men are usually more interested in things. That's why there are more male engineers and more women who are nurses or in the healthcare industry.
So they say.
There's a lot of things that isn't taken into account when it comes to the statistics behind the pay gap. Right. And I just wanted to make sure that I said that. Hopefully somebody mentioned it in the video.
It probably is slightly skewed, but they probably gonna mention it. Let's see.
Porn.
Okay.
I don't know.
Actors and actresses.
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
Actors and actresses. They'll be in the same movie.
Yep.
Doing the same amount of work.
Yeah.
If the wage gap exists, then why would companies employ men when it would be cheaper to hire women?
Because companies can be sexist. And that's
What?
like the point. That's the problem.
That didn't make
Why
sense.
would companies employ men when it would be cheaper to hire women?
That is a good one. Hold on. They probably wouldn't.
I mean, if women are capable of doing just as good a job and for less money, wouldn't it make sense for a company to hire all women?
I mean, yeah, if women were getting paid less, what is it, 70 cents on the dollar? Yeah, companies would, find a good deal in that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is there a wage gap or an earnings gap?
It's got to be an earnings gap.
If men earn more than women overall.
Guys, think you can.
My bad, y'all, about to advertise.
Oh my God.
You can. The system is changing.
Could it possibly be because men typically choose higher paying jobs, more dangerous jobs, and work longer hours?
Yep.
Yeah.
These are all facts. You know, I work as a truck driver. I don't see clearly as many female truck drivers as I do male.
Right, I'm a truck driver myself.
Job. It's
I
long
forgot.
job.
2
You're
years about
driving
it.
for hours. Yeah. No.
How many women do you see in
look, I'm gonna make this up right now. Look, I'm a truck driver. I drive for Pepsi. I deliver Pepsi's product to various stores, gas stations, all that, right? There's now one woman in our department that does my job. All of it is men. All of it is men. Not one woman in our department that does what I do. You know what I'm saying? When I worked at Universal and I was just bumping docks, picking up freight, there were a lot of women that were doing that, but that job was slightly easier. All you had to do was just drive and bump docks. You bump a dock, people load you up with freight, and you just drive off to your next stop. That's easier than what I'm doing at Pepsi. Pepsi, you got to get out the truck. You got to put this product on the ground. You got to pick it up. You got to take it into the stores, walk it into there, put it to where they want you to put it in. And a lot of times, some of these stores, I guess they should order in like 70 cases, 80 cases, 90 cases.
Right, so every day is a workout.
Liters, yeah, it's 2 liters, 20 ounces, cans. It's all kind of shit. Glass, you know what I'm saying? It's all kind of shit you carrying in there. So yeah, you damn near getting a workout in every day. It's tiring. It's physically tiring. For a woman to do that job, they will probably quit after like a couple days of doing that job. Like it's very physically taxing. I get tired weekly doing this fucking job.
Yeah. No, and to add to your point, I'm an engineer in IT, of course, and this industry that I'm in is not necessarily ruled by men, but there's usually more men in situations. There'll be like usually a team of 5 to 7 people, and there'll be 6 guys and 1 woman. And it's not because women aren't capable, but that's just kind of how it is. It's like the engineers, like these dudes eat, sleep, and breathe things. Right. And there are women out there that have that same temperament, but not nearly as there are when it comes to men. So engineering and truck driving are some of those professions where just more men are doing them. It just kind of is what it is.
They pay good money, but it's a tough job.
Yeah. But man, no. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep going.
Lower paying fields like education and nursing as opposed to math, science, and ditch digging jobs.
Yeah, more thinking.
So wouldn't their pay reflect that?
Yeah, women like to work with people, men like to work with things.
Don't women also choose to take more time off to focus on friends and family, whereas men are more likely to be devoted to work?
I think
because you got to pay the bills.
Another fact, biology of life.
Women have to bury a child and they have to take maternity leave. So that's a very big issue for most CEOs in the company because they can't really have that liability for an employee to take leave for such a long time. And that's one of the biggest concerns for women being paid so low is because of their it all has to do with.
But isn't that biology? And
yes, it has to do with biology. That's why we're upset.
Why should an employer be responsible for a woman's choice to have a kid?
They're not responsible, but it's just the basic ethics.
It actually is illegal to discriminate pay based on gender. Why aren't more women filing class action lawsuits against companies that don't pay them equally?
I would say it's a lot easier to get another job. I mean, I'd love to say we're going to fight for it, and we do, but to the extent of a lawsuit, I mean, get a new job.
Don't people sue for discrimination all the time?
Yeah, but also I feel like it's a lot.
I kind of agree with her.
for anybody to then go sue their job due to something that happened, knowing that they're gonna go through.
Hold on. I kind of agree with her. I know I saw your face, but I kind of agree with her. Like most people ain't gonna put that energy into actually going through no class action lawsuit over no equal pay. They're gonna just go quit and go get a job.
But see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. So in these situations, most people don't know what their counterparts make because this isn't an open conversation. That's true. People that I work with, all of us are contractors. None of us know, unless we know each other, that's the only time we talk about how much we make. Right. Another reason that could contribute to this difference in pay is a person's ability to negotiate. Kudos to my man Jordan Peterson, but he said that and he's a psychologist, so he's been doing this for the last 40 years. Women tend to be more agreeable than men, which leads to them accepting certain pays, and men being like, nah, you need to pay me more.
Right.
And so, yeah, there's just a difference between men and women that can also contribute to it, like it's biologically, just like how Homeskiller said.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's another one.
For sure.
Through all the legal fees, they have the possibility of not then winning that case, although they very much would have been discriminated against.
I like her glasses.
There's not a high chance that they could win it, and if they do, you get a payout, pays out through the staff, like things like that.
But even a class action lawsuit, I mean, if it was happening as frequently as you hear about it, you would think that companies would be sued all the time.
You would think, but I also don't think a lot of people are going to go through their time to sue a company knowing that it might be more repercussions to them in the end due to money and legal fees and all of that.
I also just think it's not talked about enough in the workplace. Like there's a large stigma around discussing your pay with your coworkers, because what if you do make more than them and then they're like, hey, like, why are you getting paid more than me? It's something that
because
you don't
I asked for
generally talk
more
about with your coworkers. Like, oh, by the way, I make this much a year, you know? I make this much per paycheck. It's not something that comes up in workplace conversations.
Can you tell me any jobs where the pay scale for men and women is different?
So, like I just mentioned, you know, I work with a bunch of contractors, and that's the case amongst guys as well.
Yeah.
There's times where, like, I had a network admin job about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
And when I had this job, I was getting paid, you know, it wasn't too bad. I was getting paid like roughly $63,000 a year.
Okay.
And, you know, I was working, everything was fine. And I got in good with one of my homies who ended up being an engineer eventually. But he told me for that same position, me and him did the same exact thing. And he was getting paid 20 grand more than me. And this ain't about gender. You know, it ain't about skills either. It's because that's what he asked for. And that's what he spoke to. You know, he convinced them to pay him more. You know, and I mean, with contracting, that's kind of how it is. You know, you kind of have to, you know, demand what you want. But yeah, it's just to add on to this whole, you know, like this shit doesn't only happen with just men and women. It also happened amongst men as well.
Right.
But yeah, we can go ahead, keep it going.
For sure.
I hate this camera.
Not off the top of my head without.
I can. Actors. I mean, broad amount of payment, but men are higher paid.
Why are some industries dominated by men and others by women?
Oh. Dang, you know, I don't know.
Why are there more female than male strippers and prostitutes? And what does that say about society?
I've always loved lipstick since the day I saw my mom.
I don't care, Rihanna.
Applying red lipstick. Red lipstick was
that sex sells, and you know, the female body is more pleasurable to look at, I guess.
Would it be possible to sell sex if men did not sexually objectify women?
No. That's why I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. If I didn't get objectified, I wouldn't get paid. Look at you paid.
That's
I'm assuming she was a stripper.
people view women.
Right.
Okay. Why don't men complain about female strippers and prostitutes earning more than male ones?
That's a good question.
How much of our economy is driven by men buying things to please and impress women?
Oh, that's man, it's got to be close to 100%, if not, you know, in the high 90s. You know,
would you agree that most consumer spending is geared towards women?
Oh yeah.
I think,
Women spend way more money.
Statistics are right. I think 86% of consumer base is women.
Would you also agree that the media pushes a campaign of fear and consumption by exploiting men's need for female validation?
Yeah, look at dating websites. They're not there to find love. They're there to extract as much resources out of men as possible.
So why is there so much talk about the exploitation of women, but we never talk about this exploitation of men?
It's like the society growing up thing, like, you know, toughen up, young man, or, you know, men don't cry or something like that. It's expected of men to front the bill.
Yeah,
Finally,
we expected
why
to
is
take
there
our
so much
blows and
talk
keep
about a
moving.
gender pay gap, but not a gender spend gap?
There's definitely
you know,
a gap between what
sometimes
men and
I
women
believe
spend. I'll tell you that.
Women want to be men in the sense of that they want the the ambition, they want the drive that they have, they want the results, but results aren't given to everybody equally.
How should we determine which jobs are more valuable?
It's about supply and demand when it comes to what's valuable. So, you know, it's if it's cracking, if it's a lot of people that want the business, whatever the job is offering, then it should pay more. You know, like McDonald's, man. I think McDonald's workers should get paid more. They making all them goddamn cheeseburgers, man. Pay them McDonald's workers more money, man.
Women can do more than men can in certain
Put this nigga on the.
So if a man is making more, it's because he's doing a job that I probably can't do.
So can we agree that men and women are different?
Yes.
There you go.
Hey.
What does it mean when somebody says that's a man's job?
Right, what that mean?
I think in society, it's meant to mean that it's like a more macho or like laborious job.
Laborious.
Society-wise.
Okay, what's a woman's job?
A woman's job is anything she wants to be.
I
mean,
my fucking God. Here we go with the bullshit.
Hey, feminists.
in the same respect, yeah.
All right, get your ass in this sewer and build this fucking aggregation system.
What's a woman's job?
Cook, clean, and make sure the house is good. They should.
But do they want to?
Probably not.
Bro, this gets so much in trouble saying shit like that. Cook clean, make sure the house good. Damn.
Throw that nigga in jail.
Right.
Sit his ass next to what the fuck is that football player name, man? The one that we was about to do a reaction to. Cam Newton. Sit his ass next to Cam Newton. Hell no.
Saying that shit, saying that's the only woman's job is to cook, clean, and make sure the house is good. What does that entail, sir?
Oh my God, that's funny.
So why are men
ain't
still
blink
expected
either.
to be what women want if women are no longer encouraged to be what men want?
It's the world we live in.
Isn't that a world of double standards?
It is.
Mechanics,
That dude's a realist.
getting your hands dirty, moving labor, driving trucks.
That's your job.
The list could go on and on.
Right.
Why are women more concerned with the ratio of male to female CEOs as opposed to the ratio of lower paid, dangerous, dirty jobs done mostly by men?
I think because women who want to start their own business or want to be their own CEO are frowned upon because it's looked at that's a man's job, not a woman's job.
I don't think that.
It's on the
When
tip
it-
of my
she
brain.
already-
It's like
wait,
they don't even.
She had her answer. She had her answer already. Before he even said the whole question, she already knew what she was about to say.
Yeah,
She didn't even think about it. She knew what she was about to say before he even.
Yeah, that don't even make any sense. When has it ever been frowned upon for a woman to be a CEO?
That was
Like I've never seen it frowned upon. I mean, there's probably been situations where
she didn't think that question through. She didn't think about that question. She just knew she had an answer already in her pocket to say as soon as he asked that question.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you right.
Yeah, she didn't think that through at all.
All right, we almost do.
Even acknowledge that as something that makes the world go round. We're in Las Vegas. Men built all of these skyscrapers, roads. You know, there's probably some women in there, but yeah, they're just invisible to that.
Yeah, you're standing in front of the Eiffel Tower. That was built by a man, probably. Would you rather have a high-profile job for no pay or clean sewers for $100,000 a year?
I struggle with the smell of poo. So I think a high-profile job with no pay, because when you think about it, it would come with incentives.
You can pay your mortgage there.
I guess there's pros to both of them, but to give you
She
a
gets on my
flat-out
fucking nerves.
answer,
Yeah.
I would prefer to have the high-profile job without pay, because if I was high-profile, I'd market myself to
That is
be
smart.
sponsored by some company and just keep working at it and get money, get paid, do more.
That's
with
a smart.
that
That's a
platform I
smart
have.
answer.
Yeah.
I'm cleaning sewers for $100K, man. Ain't no shame in my game.
I'm cleaning sewers. There's no question about
Look at it. Ask the men. I need that money.
Well, because men, we know that ain't no. There's action. Like the action need to be taken. We hear high paying job, no money. Oh, I can't do nothing with that. Sewer job, $100K. I do that. I need the money. It's action. I gotta do things. I gotta make shit shape. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no point in looking good if I ain't got no money.
Right. I gotta make shit shake and all that. What she talking about marketing herself. So who knows how long that shit gonna take for you to get sponsored? You could be not making no money for a long time before somebody sponsor you.
Yes, yeah, man. These motherfuckers goofy out here in these streets.
Almost done.
Sewers. I'm just going in my head. No, I'm gonna clean the sewers for $100,000 a year.
Or clean sewers for $100,000 a year.
I'd rather the first one.
Okay, so wouldn't that explain why you're paid less?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to do.
Because I really don't want to do that.
At least she's honest.
You don't want to do the dangerous, dirty jobs.
I know.
So could that possibly be why so many women earn less money than men?
Yep.
Yep.
So is that based on discrimination or based on choice?
And choices.
Hey, he got a good crowd this time around. I won't lie to you. Surviving alpha male mentality. Yeah, excuse me, my motherfucking camera is a piece of shit. I'm sorry. But yeah, no, that's an interesting video. I mean, it's like he literally asked them the questions, and they like played right into his hand.
Pretty much.
You know, they literally, like
gave him the answers that he knew they was gonna give, and then he kind of like, gave him a perspective.
I love his videos, man. His videos are fucking good.
I would react to his videos all day if I could. Like he got some really good videos. He asks a lot of good questions. He gives counter perspectives. He makes people think. I think a lot of these people on his they don't really think about the questions before they answer them. They just kind of just have answers that they just want to give. Like I'll be like, all right, bro. Like at least think before you answer the question. Like, but
yeah, and that's the difference between listening to respond versus listening to understand.
Right.
Oh goodness. But yeah, what y'all think, man? How do y'all feel about his video? Do y'all feel as if though he's speaking facts? Do y'all feel like some of the stuff he was saying was a little jaded? Do you feel as if though he was being condescending? Like, how y'all feel about it? Because, like, I mean, to be completely honest, I agree with a lot of stuff he said 100%.
Yeah.
But there may be some things that we missing. If we missing something, comment in the section below and tell us how you really feel. But outside of that, man, we got anything else for him?
We do have episode 10 coming up. That is a mark of us making 10 episodes, but we got to get the homie back to do that.
10 of them things, man.
We got 10 of them things out here. So, hopefully y'all, we gonna have that soon for y'all. But that's it's 10 episodes. We in this mug for a minute. And glad y'all, whoever rocking with us, we glad that y'all rocking with us. And we trying to grow the channel, get more people rocking with us, get the Mansplainitthen out here. So y'all keep supporting. You know what I'm saying? Tell your grandmama and your mammy, tell Earl and them down the street. You know what I'm saying? Come subscribe to the page.
Yeah, man, because we out here and we gonna stay here.
R.P. Dan Hutchinson.
Oh yeah. I heard about that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, R.I.P. to the homie. Gang, nigga. I need some yays.
Straight up. But on that note, we're gonna get about this thing.
All right, peace out.